Welcome back, YouTube. It's OldChevy4x4. Today, guys, I'm going to take you for a quick walk around a recent acquisition of mine. I'm not really going to call this a product review because I don't feel I've had it long enough to give you a review. But I'm going to explain what I got. I'm going to show you a few features and tell you why I made the decision I made. With that said, let's get started. So, a couple months back, I picked up a brand spanking new LS MT125 subcompact tractor. If you're in the market for something like this, do your research, do your homework. That's what I did. And first and foremost, this video is not sponsored or in any way, shape, or form. I came to the decision of LS on my own. There's no kickbacks or anything like that. We chose the dealer we did on my own, research and whatnot. That's one of the big deals. Bob's is a good dealer. They're not my closest dealer. They're actually like almost an hour away from me. But one of the big things with these tractors, and I'll talk about it a little bit later on, is buying a dealer too. You're not just buying a tractor. So to get started, guys, I've been looking at subcompacts and compacts for a while now, and I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of research. I've looked at pretty much all the big names, Kubota, Coyote, Deere, Massey Ferguson, Mahindra. I looked at most of them, and from a price point, LS was always right in there. Oh, New Holland, I should add that in there as well, but that's pretty much the same thing. So from a price point, LS pretty much they speak for themselves there. They do a little better than nearly all the big names in this size tractor. It's advertised 24.7 horsepower out of a 3-cylinder, 68 cubic inch Yanmar diesel. It's got more displacement than Kubota, Mahindra, and Deere. It's got more horsepower than Mahindra, Coyote, Massey, and Deere, but it's got less PTO horsepower than all of them. So if running PTO equipment is high on your priority list, you're on finishing mowers, things like that, you may want to look at the others too. But when I say it's less, it's marginally less. It's not a huge difference. It is hydrostatic drive. It's got a 2-speed hydro. All the big name tractors are 2-speed, except for Mahindra, or at least the model I looked at. This one, I'm trying to bore you guys. I'm not going to run through all the specs. I'm going to give you again some of the decision factors or the deciding factors for me. Does have higher flow hydraulics than Deere and Kubota. Total weight of the tractor before ballast and before add-ons is within like 100 pounds of all of them. They're all pretty close. Fuel capacity, same way. They're all pretty close. I think this holds a couple tenths more of a gallon of fuel than Mahindra and Deere do. Lift capacity and lift height were a selling point for me. Lift height off the loader is 72 inches. So it's higher than Kubota, Coyote, and Deere. And capacity is 1,005 pounds at the pins, which is more than Kubota, Coyote, Deere, Massey, and Mahindra. Breakthrough force is 2,000 pounds. It's higher than pretty much all of them. The Backhoe, that was a big selling point for me too. I wanted a package deal. I didn't really need a mower, and the reason I went with a subcompact, truth be told, is we don't have much land here, and what we have is pretty tight and trees and lots of obstacles, so this tractor fit my needs perfectly. The Backhoe digs down to nearly 78 inches, just deeper than, of course, the big names, Coyote, Kubota, Massey, and Deere. You'll see a kind of a trending thing here with this. Breakthrough force on the hoe is more than Kubota and Deere. One of the things about LS a lot of people don't know, it's kind of you think it's an off-market brand or a gray market brand. It's really not. You're familiar with New Holland, right? They also make, the same factory rolls out compacts and subcompacts for Case, Farmall, Max Farm, Claus, Farm Track, McCormick, Montana. I mean, these folks know what they're doing. One of the things when you step down to the LS versus, say, New Holland is you lose some of the creature comforts. The knobs and controls aren't quite as defined, and the big step back when you go to LS versus New Holland or any of the other big names is dealer support and dealer service. So that's why I say you got to shop for a dealer as well as shopping for a tractor. The guys we went through are very knowledgeable. They got a decent service department. You know, they're good folks. The dealer closest to me, not really so much. Not that they're not good people, but they don't have the service department. They don't have the knowledge of the tractor. And you know what, the little subcompacts and some of the compacts, it's not that big of a deal because you're not getting into the computer control, the emission stuff. But when you get into the bigger tractors, having a dealership that is capable and able to service and diagnose real problems, it's a big deal. And you can buy these from a couple of the guys, you know, a couple of dealers throughout the country that'll sell just about anywhere in the country, and they'll ship it to you, and you might save $1,000. But truth be told, it's the service after the sale that's going to hang you out to dry. You know, your local dealer may or may not be capable of even dealing with them, truthfully. You know, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of small engine shops that are picking up LS as something to sell on the side, and they're in well over their head as far as the service department and service after the sale. The second side of that knife is if you didn't buy it from them, you're not going to be really high on their priority list when it comes to warranty work or, you know, stuff like that. So shop around, find a good dealer. Don't necessarily stick or hang up on the sticker price of the tractor itself. Find a dealer that you can work with and that will work with you and that you know has a competent staff. So let's talk about the tractor a little bit more. Again, 2-speed hydrostatic. It's got mid-mount PTO and rear PTO, cruise control, differential lock. You know, it's just a basic tractor. It's just a good little subcompact tractor. It does not have steering brakes, just a single brake pedal. But with a diff lock, you know, that kind of works itself out in the wash. Truth be told, for everything I've used, or well, not everything, but a lot of what I use it for. I run it in two-wheel drive anyways. But it's a good little tractor. It's sturdy, and I'll tell you one thing about it. You think it's 3,000 pounds, 25 horsepower. It's not that tough, right? Yeah, that's wrong. This little critter will get itself into trouble. It'll get the operator into trouble too if you don't show a little respect for it, because it's more capable than it should be for its size. Let's put it that way. You can definitely get yourself into a sticky situation if you try hard enough. And I have been using the loader and the backhoe. I've been doing some clearing. Not to show you my property mess too much, but I've been doing a lot of clearing along this brush line or hedgerow here. Actually, the day I bought it, or the day before I bought it, we had a really bad storm come through, so it come off the trailer from the dealership and it went right to work. I've got just shy of 30 hours on it, so that's why I said I don't really feel like this is a review video just yet, because I don't have enough time with it. But in these 30 hours, or just shy of 30 hours, it's been flawless. I've been, again, using and abusing it, and I've had no issues. I'm very pleased with it. Fires right up, good smooth running tractor, plenty of power in the hydraulics, plenty of power in the hydrostat, and yeah, so that's what I have for you guys. Just wanted to give you a quick little walk around on my tractor, and I will have coming up to a couple add-ons. I've done a few things to this already since I've had it, and made a set of forks for the front loader, and you know, you'll see some little things on this tractor besides it just being used for stuff. That said, as always guys, thank you very much for watching the videos, checking out the channel, leaving the comments. Y'all know I appreciate that very much. Stay safe, stop back. We'll catch you in the next one.